Now, so this person asks, in relation to angels, now he says, if God does not want us to make angels. Now, let's turn to Exodus first. Right, turn to Exodus. Okay, let's read Exodus chapter 20 verse 4, please. Exodus chapter 20 verse 4. Okay. Now 1, 2, reading. Please read. Okay, so we read for ourselves. Now, what is this commandment? Commandment number? Jennifer? Huh? Commandment number 2. So we're not supposed to engrave, means go and make angels, make things that there are things above, right? So things above are, for example, angels. So now this person asked this question, which I cannot find now. This person asked, then why does God ask the people when they're making the ark? Remember? When they were making the Ark of the Covenant, now God did ask them to make 2 angels with wings, covering the Ark. Remember? Right? So the person asked, then why, I thought God says don't make of things above, means don't make angels. Then why does God tell the people to make that? So we answered that, right? Noah? We answered that, right? Wow, no, very smart. Because you say yes means you have to answer. Did you answer that, Jennifer? No. No one there to answer now. So why? So maybe you answer. Why does God do that? How come I can't find it now? Chloe, why do you think so? Is it wrong? So God sinned. God says, go make these angels that cover with wings, go make them and put them on top of the ark. Have God sinned? God has His reasons. Wow, very smart. What are the reasons? What are the reasons? So, is it sin that God asked them to make this? No. Okay. Elim, you're very brave. Why? Why is it no? Why is it no? Why has God not asked the people to sin? But God says, we read, right? Don't make any things of things above. Because God instructed them. Because God gave the instruction. Now when God gave the instruction, it is not sin. And Chloe rightly mentioned, God has His reasons. God is the lawmaker, right? God understands how to interpret the law. We should not make that. Now, remember, look at Exodus chapter 20, verse 10. Exodus chapter 20, verse 10. Okay, so they were told, Exodus 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee graven image. Number 1, we cannot make. But when God says make, we can make. All right, any likeness of things that which is in heaven, for example, angels. So God say make. Now, God uses this to explain in picture form His mercy seat. Okay, His mercy seat. And God also used this to explain that He is so holy. Now, this is a scene that God tell the people to make. Is God asking them to worship the angels? No. Understand that? God did not ask them to make this, then the people will worship. In fact, this thing will not be seen by the ordinary people. Only the high priest can go in and see this. Okay? So they were not making it for their own worship and all that. But so God, when God says make, it is not sin. Right? So the person who asked this question, I hope I answered. God did say make it. So it is, God knows. Does God commit sin? Isaac, does God commit sin? God will never commit sin, right? So if God says, the reason is proper. So that's all we know. That's all we know. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts. What church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stop attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from